Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 10th of January, and this video I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about how exactly this chaos unfolded. It seems the royal family got wind of trouble in paradise with Harry and Meghan in early November when the Queen asked Harry and Meghan where they were going to spend Christmas. No answer was given, so the Queen took it upon herself to do something she very rarely does, and that is to call somebody. She doesn't call you, you call the Queen. So she picked up the phone and called her grandson, Harry. She asked him whether or not he was coming to Sandringham for Christmas. Not giving her an answer straight away, a couple of days later, a message was received, not by telephone, but a message from Harry that was relayed back to her that Harry, Meghan and baby Archie would be spending the holidays abroad, and his staff were whiplashed into action to find them somewhere to stay. Obviously, the Queen was upset that she wasn't going to spend Christmas with Harry, Meghan and Archie, but to appease her grandson, she agreed to let it happen. It was over these holidays, the extended 6 weeks, that the idea that they'd been toying with started to grow legs. But the pair had actually been secretly plotting for months, insiders have said, with a small group of friends and advisors in North America, including the aggressive Hollywood crisis management team Sunshine Sachs. Apparently the idea of them walking away from royal life had been discussed, but nobody really put pen to paper or head to head and worked out how it would happen. So it was in the very early stages. But it transpires that all holed up in that £14 million mansion, they decided that enough was enough. They were going to go it alone. According to a source in the Daily Mail, one of the triggers, it appeared, was that the release over the Christmas of the new portrait of the Queen with her immediate heirs, Charles, William and George. There was also talk of Charles slimming down the monarchy, but Charles had made it very clear to Harry and Meghan that there will always be a major role for both of them within this streamed down monarchy. After all, he will one day be the king's son. But clearly Harry was having none of it, or rather Meghan was having none of it. They thought or assumed that they were going to be frozen out, and they believed that they are the ones that bring the superstar power, and that it's rolled out by the royal family as and when it suits them. And they feel constrained because so many of them are jealous of their popularity. Slightly delusional there, really. So the couple told everybody about a week ago of their intent to step down or evolve into the royal family with financial independence, as they call them. While the Queen, Charles and William were shocked, no one said no. What they did say was, okay, well, let's think about this, talk about this, sit down and iron out all the problems. Do not do anything in haste. Unfortunately, they didn't listen, did they? So aides were summoned to Frogmore Cottage on Monday night. They're really trying to push the narrative that they live in Frogmore, aren't they? They informed the aides of the decision that Harry and Meghan had made. They spent the next 24 hours trying to persuade them not to actually go ahead with it. And they were told that not only was this hugely disrespectful to their family, but they were shooting themselves in the foot. One insider has said that at that stage nothing had been ruled in or ruled out concerning their future roles. Things were being discussed at the table. And they were openly warned that in choosing to say publicly that they wanted to work towards becoming financially independent, several options open to them would automatically be taken off the table. Unfortunately, they didn't listen. What transpires in the aftermath is none other than probably the worst abdication and title discussion since Edward and Wallis Simpson. The difference to this is that Wallis actually wanted Edward to stay, and something tells me Meghan does not want Harry to stay. The Queen has always been known to say very little, only when it really matters, and so to release the statement saying that nothing had been decided was very, very clear. Nothing is getting past her, but we have been told that she is extremely distressed and hurt with what has actually happened. And while the family were not angry at them wanting out, they were furious at the way that it had been done. The Queen has been deeply distressed by this, an insider has said, and more than that, her authority within the family has been directly flaunted by her own grandson. And why do you think this is? Well, it's because they put in their statement that they wanted to collaborate with the Queen. Who the hell do they think they are? No one collaborates with the Queen. She's the Queen. Can you imagine how hurt she is to think that they think that they're on her same level? She's the Queen. You don't collaborate with her, you collaborate for her. You are not the Queen's equal at all. So, as the dust settles today, there's been numerous conference calls yesterday and probably today to try and find a workable solution for the Sussexes. But now she's hot-footed it back to Canada and left Harry to clean up the mess. I don't think they're going to be quite as forgiving. What you've got to understand is that this monarchy has been built for centuries. It's now at a very pivotal point with regards to the public opinion, and it's turning. The majority is they cannot keep their titles. They cannot profit off their HRHs. So where do we go? The palace have said that they will find a workable solution within days, not weeks. So we've got to watch this space. A lot of people are talking. The media interest is massive. Incidentally, nobody's seen her get off a plane. So that leads me to think, yeah, she's gone private again. What I can't understand is that she's left Harry to clean up this mess. But this didn't need to happen. If they had waited and thought out a strategy with the family, they could have probably had more than they're getting now or will be getting. But because they shot themselves in the foot and pushed forward without the authority from Her Majesty, they've kind of just shattered it all, haven't they? It's very interesting to see what happened behind the run-up to this. My only hope now is that Harry wakes up pretty damn soon and takes the blinkers off his eyes and realises exactly what he's married. A money-hungry, fame-hungry little madam. Not content with destroying her own family, she now has to isolate Harry from his and go complete coercive control. What do you all think? Do you think that they had every right to push that button? That they're superstars in their own right? I'm sorry, I really can't. No, they're not. No, they are nothing. Well, Harry is a real prince, but without the titles, unfortunately, Ms. Markle, you are just a D-list actress. According to the Daily Mail, Givenchy has been trying to sign her up, but I think that's prior to all of this happening. I don't think anybody will touch her now. Not in Britain, anyway. What do you think the Queen should do, and what do you think the Queen will do? Two very different questions there. I'd like to know what you think will happen and should happen. Let me know what you think of my information with regards to how this built up behind the scenes. I'd love to know your thoughts. As always, let me know in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Thank you to everyone that has donated to my channel. I'm overwhelmed with your generosity and kindness. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.